G'day guys, my name's Josh. You can call me JAWOODLE'S, and welcome back once again to 7 Days to Die Alpha 17, where we are back once again in hardcore survival because we are pushing hard to try and get the gyrocopter. We're not too far away. We only need several more levels. If we're level 110, we need 10 more levels, which should be 2 more nights. We've got the horde night tonight. I think 47 is a multiple of 7. No, 49 is a multiple of 7. What am I talking about? Boy, people are going to be mad in the comments for the last episode pointing out that 47 is not a horde night. So day 49 is coming up, so I might be able to get out of here on a gyrocopter before horde night 49 rolls in. So 2 more nights should do it for experience points for me to be able to like build my own gyrocopter shit. But until the night rolls in and I can actually harvest screamer hordes effectively, this seems like a pretty good opportunity for me to get some construction done. I'm always a big fan of building cool bases and doing cool things. So what better excuse do I need to go in and grab all the extra stuff that I have? Let's just get you continuing to go. How long do you need? You need 2 minutes. So that'll do. Boop, turn you on. Get you rocking and rolling. I should probably actually refill that with some more materials, given that I'm going to need so much. Actually, let's just take 6 out of that, 6 out of that. Let's just fill this thing back up with stone. I have an abundance of stone that I'm never ever going to use. I may as well burn it all into there. I've also got some blocks in there. The other thing I need to do as well before I get too carried away is I need to figure out how to build some burning barrels. Forged iron and wood works for me. Where's all my iron? There's a bit there. I thought I had more iron than that. Oh wait, did I leave it in here or somewhere else? I think I left it somewhere because I was using it to build other things. That's the wrong one. What am I going into the forge for? Burning barrel. Let's make... How many of these am I going to want to need? Maybe 20? 20 seems about the right amount for now. We'll get those rocking and or rolling. Before I also forget, there's so many things I have to do at the start of this episode. Even though this is like a base building episode, there is one thing I need to do in like the line of the series, and that is this bad boy. I went through all the effort to make myself a level 6 marksman rifle all the way back when, like a couple episodes ago, and I never actually used it, but I've lined up all of the mods to make this thing a zombie killing machine. A silenced marksman rifle with a red dot sight on the top. It just looks fucking wicked. Look at that. That is going to tear some asses apart. And I'm very excited to go out there and experiment with it at some point. I almost don't need the bow anymore, you know? I've got the silenced pistol. Now I have a silenced marksman rifle. I almost don't need the bow. You know what? Yeah. You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna do that. This is where I need my my weapons rack on the wall, you know? I need like the thing that has served me so well. Now that I'm basically retiring it, I feel like I need to have it like strung up on the wall somewhere to like, you know, to remember it by, to make sure that I don't forget where I came from, to make sure that if shit hits the fan, I can always run back in and grab my trusty compound bow all over again. I thought I heard a screamer out there somewhere. I'm not sure if I did, but that's okay, because it's time to do some construction. The first thing I need to do is start taking off the roof. There she is. I knew I heard her out there somewhere. What better opportunity to try out my brand new marksman rifle than on a soft target like that? Boom! Wait, what? Did I hit the fucking... I hit the bloody electric fences. Are you kidding me? I fired a fucking 7.62 round, a 308 down there, and it got stopped by a tiny bit of rebar. My electric fence saved the screamer's life. But the important thing is the follow-up shot made it count. This thing looks so much better in purple. It just really would. I really need to find some purple dye at some point. But I've made a little opening up there, ready to go. I'm going to need some stairs. Wood stairs railing left. Is it left I need? Left seems about right. Let's go downstairs. Where's my bloody, not my workbench, my table saw. Table saw, there it is. All right, let's get some stairs on the go. Always make sure you cover all your aesthetics as well. So we've got some nice ramps in the windows. Look at that, that's perfect. Now we actually have a way up onto the roof. I'm gonna have to get rid of all the ramps around the outside here, even though that took me such a long time to build them. But I've got plans, you know, I've got plans out the arse. I need to make sure that I build this thing properly. So I'm thinking I'm thinking maybe just using this whole kind of roof area here as the platform. I mean, I'm trying to be coy about it. There's no reason for me to be subtle about what I'm building here. You already know why you're here because it's probably going to be the thumbnail and the title of the video. I'm building a gyrocopter runway. So I'm thinking the perfect place for that to be is going to be up on the roof here, extending both north and south off this way. That's why I have all the concrete blocks in the world, because I have a lot of building to do. But if you come up here, you can land the gyrocopter here. You have a nice runway to take off and land on. It's going to be wonderful once I get it all sorted, which means I just need to figure out what I'm going to do up on the roof up here. I don't want to build like the thing up here out of anything too heavy, because after all, it is like sitting on top of wood, but I also need it to be nice and secure. I don't know. I want it to match up with that too. Oh, but if I match it up with that, then look, like it'll be 2 blocks wide. Actually, no, because that's where the, that's gonna be the runways. It's gonna be one block wide even. That's not gonna be good at all. I want it to have like actually I might be able to make it work. But I'm gonna have to build it and see. Oh, I don't like it though. I don't have the image in my head. When I'm not building something I can already see in my mind's eye, it usually goes pear-shaped very quickly. Okay, I think I figured it out. I think I know what I'm going to be building. I just have to get rid of this whole edge over here. Just for like symmetricality purposes, you know? Gotta make sure that it looks right. We'll get you up to there, and we'll build across the bottom here as well. There we go. So we have like the rounded edge across all the sides. I'm gonna have to delete most of this bit here as well, because that's gonna be like the landing area. But I think this is going to come together well. If I build it how I see it in my head, it'll look lovely, dovely all the way along there. And right about, right about there should be fine for a doorway. You know, that should be fine. Come upstairs, you have a landing, turn left, out onto the runway. That will be nice. Look at that. It's already starting to come together nice and easy. It's only just clicked over to 10 AM. Well, now it has. So it's all looking pretty good. I reckon I should be able to get this done in a day. I'm not confident though. It's a pretty big build project. Even if I do get it done, I doubt the concrete that I'll be using will dry in time. So it might end up being a little bit soggy, but that's okay. That's all right. Doesn't matter too much. As long as like the actual structure is there, it should work out just fine. Look at that. It's nice and symmetrical. Symmetricality is like a big tick in that box. Right. Good. Okay, I've got some doors. I do have some iron doors downstairs, actually. What does it take to make an iron door? Iron door. A lot of forged iron. Well, you know what? I don't really feel like making that one, so instead, let's just make some wood doors. That will be fine for now. Let's not waste a whole bunch of resources on a door that zombies shouldn't even be able to get to. So looking at that, I'm pretty sure that whole roof there is one lower than what the roof here is, which kind of makes sense, given that these are all, like the ones on the outside are the same height. As much as I'd like to kind of keep it, the central tower is the tallest part of the base. If I'm going to make a nice, easy place to land and take off in a gyrocopter, it's all going to have to be the same height. So let's just like pump up my running shoes and easy. What was I even worried about? So this is all going to be this height here. I could like make it look the same as over there with that nice little awning to keep me out of the rain, but this isn't about just raindrops. This is about helicopter drops. Oh, hello, love. How you doing? I was just thinking that maybe I should go and put all my rifles and stuff away, given I probably won't need them while I'm up here, but it turns out I definitely do, given that screamers are still rolling in here and there when I really don't want them to. Oh, there we go. Wait, did he not die? How did he not die? I shot him. I shot him with a big round. He probably should have died the first time, and now I have to reload. That's just rude. I put so much of my valuable ammo down your throat, and you did nothing but just gulp it down and smile, and then ask for some more. This ain't that kind of video, buddy. You need to just get the fuck out of my way. So far, so good. Gonna keep building out this way. I'm also gonna make sure I get rid of all of the ramps here. I will be putting the ramps back, just not the way that they currently are. I need to like invert them so that they face up like that to kind of like morph into the runway and like support it a bit better. Look like it's actually supporting it, rather than just, you know, facing it down and having this weird kind of empty area where you can tell that's not how it used to be. I'm gonna get rid of those ones now that I've got that supported, because I really don't want to break down these ramps, which I think is the only parts holding up the roof to each of the pillars on either side, and have the whole thing come crashing down. Any sort of collapse is always a bad time, but if I start collapsing this base in particular, I'm gonna get real mad at myself. Yeah, you see what I mean? It just looks way too blocky, but now that I'm looking at it now, I think I kind of want like the arches rather than just the wedge tips, because I have to make it morph onto the base over there, and that's one big long straight wall, and it'll look kind of silly having a ramp coming out of nowhere. So I'll go back inside, and in fact I'll just take the shortcut down here, and I'll quickly use, I just like started drowning then for a second. The water dicks are still causing me problems, but whatever. Water physics. Who's got time to code those things, right? Anyway, to get you, and we're gonna go 2 meter arch, and I need, oh, let's take a stab. Let's say it's maybe 6 by 6. No, let's just make like 24 of them. Let's just go overkill, because I make them really quick. They're super cheap to make anyway. I may as well just make a whole bunch and not be caught short later. Use my drawbridge just so to support my scaffolding. You need to go like that. There, yeah, just like that. That'll look way better than the wedges we're going to. Over to there. So I was kind of thinking it was 6 by 6. And, oh, look at that. I was right. It was 6 by 6. So I made double what I needed just in case. But I'll probably use them at least on the other side as well. So definitely not a waste of materials. I just made sure I didn't have to waste any time. Now, make all of them across there. And that should look way... Uh-oh. I don't know. Oh, I don't know what I did. I don't know how I did it. Somehow I came out of that without destroying anything. But that looks way better than it would have if I didn't use the rounded corners. You got to think about those things. You got to think about how it's going to look to the zombies rolling in, because their opinion matters for the 3 seconds before I alleviate them of having to carry around their head anymore. Just taking the weight off their shoulders. So this is where it starts getting a little bit more complicated. I've reached the end of the outskirts of the wall, and I've gone like one over the lip here, so it all kind of matches up. I'll take all these back because I need my frames for further building. So now I want to start building out of concrete all the way out here. Something hard and easy for just like me. Something hard and easy for my gyrocopter to come in and land on, and not just break through the wooden ceiling as soon as it gets the opportunity. Close that door, open this one so I can get back inside. I do have all of my blocks on me. Actually, maybe I don't need that one open. I need to think about how I'm going to support this onto the ground though, you know? The good news is that I've made it wide enough. In fact, that should look... Oh, what's the... If I build the pylons here, right, so like at the end of this ramp here, will the concrete span the gap to here? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be able to span that gap. There's also supports like down here, like that's almost one solid line of support all the way down there. I'm not sure. I might have to do some math. What do we got? So concrete, is that the same stats as dry concrete? I'm not sure. Let's just work for this for now. So, wet concrete will support horizontal. It'll support 12 blocks because 120 divided by 10 is 12. So it'll support 12 blocks horizontally. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's very close. So I think it might, given that there's a support here as well. So we might actually have enough supports to do it. So now that I've done some very rudimentary math, why not just go the whole hog? Let's just go for it. What's the worst that's going to happen? I'm going to collapse my entire base? Probably, but at least we'll have fun doing it. So that there is going to be the runway level. So I've made one block down because I've got an idea for how to do some aesthetics. But the problem is that I didn't think about what I was going to do about me actually getting down. Go like that and like that. Just like kind of leapfrog my way down. Whew, okay, that worked out rather well. I need to go back inside, go back to my cement mixer, and quickly make up some concrete. In fact, I'm having more concrete left over. Should have a bit. Yep, there we go. Grab those. Got plenty of cement, actually. So let's get you rocking and rolling, making me some more... I need you and you. Making me some more concrete mix, if you don't mind, please. Oh, wait, before I do that, what I need 2 2-meter arches. Let's go... Just because of the same as before, I don't want to be caught short. Let's make 12 of those. And while that's getting rocking and rolling, let's grab you, make 1,400 of those. Sure, why not? It'll take like 24 minutes. I'm only going to need the 2 for now, though. I'll come back for the rest later. So my idea is that at the top of that archway, just to kind of add to the aesthetics, I'll make it like an actual arch rather than just this big, ugly square thing I've got going on right now. Grab my frames back and build up to then do my building. Man, what would you do without wooden frames? If you ever need scaffolding, wooden frames are the way to go. Bang you, no, bang you on like that, and bang you on like that. There we go. How is that going to look from the surrounding area? Back up here. That looks fine. That looks way better than just a square. Thank God they put in those 2-meter arches. If I was nervous before, I'm even more nervous now. I'm trying to scaffold my way across with wooden frames over to the other side. Oh God, that was a little bit too harsh. A little bit too hard on the key. The blocks are starting to dry. That's good. It's getting pretty late on in the day though. Can I reach that? Yes, I can. Build across to there. So, I mean, if wooden frames can support it, hopefully concrete will too. Well, we're not going to know until we try it. So let's just start building that out anyway. Oh boy, I don't feel good about this, you know? I don't feel good. I feel like this is going to go badly for me. We're so close. Just make it. Oh, okay. That is a long stretch for wet cement. Oh boy, I mean, I complain about the water physics, but if liquid physics were as good as the water needs to be, I feel like this wouldn't be possible. This would be like a big sludgy goop of mess on the ground. I'm not taking any chances. I'm just kind of going to go halfway on both sides and make them meet up in the middle, because if you get lazy and start trying to build the whole way across from one side, you're going to get a collapse. I can almost guarantee it. Up to there. There we go. All right, we're almost done. We're almost done. Look how quickly this is coming together. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're almost like halfway done with the gyrocopter landing strip. That is a good feeling, and I've only used like a fifth of my cement blocks as well. I've got plenty of resources to make this work, and make it work really well. I can finally close the doors up now that I don't need them to place the scaffolding against. This is good. I mean, I still need to put like the ramps underneath to make it look all nice and proper again. Yeah, I'll do that later. That's something I can do during the night after I've finished fighting. I'm waiting for screamer hordes to actually kind of amalgamate. Is that the word I'm looking for? Enough for me to fire some rockets into. But I do need to... Oh boy. OHS is having a fucking heart attack right now. I'm working a long way up in the air with no safety gear. A fall from here will absolutely break my legs into several little bitty pieces, and not even Humpty Dumpty and all the king's horses and all the king's men could put me back together again. Even Humpty Dumpty, who has experience of getting put back together, not even he could help me if I did something that stupid. It's over to there. Make sure I'm placing all of these right. Yep, at least I hope they're right. I can't see the bottoms from here. Grab that one and grab that one. They all look okay. Oh boy, this is just stressful, you know? One wrong click and I lose a lot of work. Thank God they did all place the right way. That would have been really frustrating. I had to build my way back up there to break down some concrete arches. But on this side, I still need to place them. But before I do that, I need to do the math to figure out how far I can actually build this one out. I don't want to build it out to like the max level, because it needs to be able to take the weight of the gyrocopter landing on it as well. From a physics standpoint, I don't know how good the physics are for landing vehicles on a structure, but I feel like I need to take into account some extra weight. Have like a little factor of safety, as we used to call it in the engineering world, just so I don't, accidentally land on this thing and collapse it all underneath me. So let's see, build 12 out. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that should be fine if I build it out to there. I can't put much on the very end of it. In fact, let's go 6. Let's make it a square kind of end bit to it. It's 6 wide, so let's make it 6 long. And that should be pretty okay, I think. So from here, let's build our way up from here. We can come back down and get the frames later. It's almost 7 o'clock at night. The screamer hordes will be coming soon, but I want to get this done. Waste not, what not. So even though I was just up here, quickly build all the way up again and grab all my frames back, because I'm going to need them. Take all of you. Yep, good. Oh, I lost one. That's okay. 1, considering I placed like 30, is a reasonable loss to me. Build up on this side as well to put down those arches. There are the crickets letting me know that my jokes aren't funny, but also that the nighttime is setting in. Put you all across here. Got it? I'll say it 1,000 times. People don't seem to understand. Aesthetics matter, you know? You have to be proud of the house that you live in. If you can't look at it and kind of sigh and go, that looks good. If you could ride away from your base and not look back at it, it's the same rule as cars, then you're not in the right base. I am going to take this opportunity as well to upgrade these base blocks down here, because I feel like they're really going to need. I'm going to have to upgrade that one at some point as well. Plus, all of these things need some repairs. Too many adventures on the motorcycle has left some indentations in my concrete, which doesn't look nice at all. But we're doing okay. You know, that's a fair amount of construction for one day. I'm pretty happy with that. I need to do some more work on the inside, but it just does look cool. You know, I was really hoping it wouldn't look too ridiculous, and it kind of does. It looks a little bit like an aircraft carrier with like its conning tower and like the runway and stuff, which I guess is kind of deliberate. I mean, that's what it should look like, but it does look very, very nice. I'm very happy with how it's looking so far, and it's not even done yet. Boop. All right, there we go. So mentioning the aircraft carrier just then gave me an idea. You know how on some aircraft carriers, at least, there's like that big scoop, that big ramp at the end of the runway to give the jets like a bit of a helping hand to get up into the air, given they don't have a massive amount of space to build up speed. I know at least on the Australian aircraft carriers they do, and the British I think they do. I mean, that kind of makes sense given we're all part of the same Commonwealth. I know the American, like the Nimitz class carriers usually don't, at least the Nimitz ones don't, but some aircraft carriers do. So I was thinking of doing the same kind of thing here. So just like along the end of the runoff, or the runway / takeoff, got those words mixed up, this kind of area, I feel like if you don't quite have the speed, you haven't quite pulled up well enough yet, you can get your nose in the air and just like dink your back wheels off the last little ramp and take off into the skies. It's just like an extra little safety feature to make sure you don't crash and burn into the field below the runway. But like if you, I'm gonna build the exact same thing out that way as I have there. But just as like as a construction piece, I'm pretty happy with that. That's come together really nicely and not a lot of time. I mean, it took me a whole day to build one of them. How you doing, Screamer? I mean, I need you to show up in about an hour. You showed up to a party an hour early. If you could come back in just a little bit, I'd appreciate you showing up then. Maybe bring some dip or some burger rings or Doritos or something. I don't know. Some sort of snack food would be very much appreciated. Or maybe just like a jar of Vegemite. Who doesn't love receiving a jar of Vegemite any time of the year? I'm going to build the same kind of thing out that way. It just might take me a little while to do it because unlike on this side, I don't have that little like bunker there to build on top of. So I'm gonna have to build it off that wall, which is a lot further down. I'm not sure why I never built like another little like gatehouse like I did over there. I mean, I know I didn't build the actual drawbridges to get in and out on the motorcycle because that's where all like my storage crates are. I didn't need to double up because I had one way to get in and out anyway. But now I'm kind of missing it, you know? Symmetricality wise, I could have had a whole nother wing over here. I guess once the runway is built, I could probably build it underneath. Or maybe that's just asking a bit too much of me. Keep going up a little bit. I'm just going to build this first kind of set of pylons just out of frames because this is still the wood section, you know? On the other side, I built out with wood first and then I built out with concrete. So I'm going to build all the way out to... How far outside of the walls was it? 1, 2, 3. So... Well, 3 including the wall. So 2 blocks past the wall is going to have to be where I build the wooden section to, which is... Oh, thank God. Thank God I have really good, like, I have, like, the mods in my shoes so I don't break my ankles all the time. And I got lucky, I suppose, because that would have been a real bad time if I just broke my freaking ankle right then. All right, if I do the same thing again this time, I'm going to be in a whole lot of trouble. No, we're good, just like that. Okay, well, now we can keep building this out. Got 20 minutes until the next horde, well, the next horde shows up, but it's time to harvest some screamers again. So I can probably get this wooden section built before it's time to go inside. Oh, actually, before I do anything like that, I need to get back down there again. Hup, like this. Go, oh, I did that wrong. Oh, I did that wrong and I sprained my leg. I completely whiffed it. Why did I think that would be a good idea? Now, splints don't, someone's told me that splints don't work for a sprained leg. It doesn't matter too much because I just have to go sit inside my bunker. But that's just meant that I now cannot finish that wooden section tonight. I'm gonna have to finish it tomorrow morning. I was really hoping to get this done in one go. I'm gonna put all my building stuff away because I don't need it right now. I'll pick it back up later. Got all my rifles and stuff. That's good. I've said it 100 times now. I cannot wait till Alpha 18 with the new penetration perk they're gonna have. So we can sit here with your marksman rifle, just line up a couple of zombie heads and splatter them like 5 watermelons all standing in a row. Especially if watermelon zombie is down there, which someone keeps calling Walter Marlin, which I find especially amusing. That's the best part of reading comments, seeing all the jokes that you guys come up with, because they're always so much better than mine. Grab all the frag ammo, grab my molotovs, bang them down here, make sure I'm locked and loaded and ready to go. Oh, how you doing, love? Welcome to the killing corridor. Oh, it's good to see you again. Please bring all your friends, because actually, what level am I right now? I am, let's see, I've got 1843 kills, and I am level 110. Only 10 levels to go. I'm hoping to get 5 tonight. I see that cop at the background there. I see that cop. Get out of the way, please. Boop, just like that. Please reload. Nope, no, I don't need to reload. I thought it was a hunter rifle for a second. I was waiting for him to cycle the bolts. Excuse me. Where did that come from? I murdered the cop. That's not supposed to be how it works. Can you not, please? Can you stop ruining all my barbed wire? I didn't... Oh, there's another cop down there. I didn't do any repairs coming into this. I mean, I did some, but I didn't, like, replace all the barbed wire that would have been broken by the dickbag standing up on there and trying to jump up onto the top of the killing corridor last time. Oh, please reload. Hurry up. Get that shit going, because... because a fat fuck is going to explode and take all of my experience with him. I'm opening up the emergency hatches just because it's getting a little bit too intense in here. Where is the screamer? Did she not call an extra screamer? I don't know. I don't know where she is. I don't know what she's doing there. Are you done? Do you not have the pipes for this anymore? You've got one job and you're not even doing that well. Look, I did it so well that the only zombie left is the screamer that let me down. Well, you get the bullet to the brain too. I put one into all your friends. You can now go join them. It's reasonably quiet, so I might even have a chance. Get over there and get over to the loot. Damn it. I didn't want to fall down here. I didn't mean to fall down. Oh God, where did you come from? I didn't think this through. Turns out there are still some zombies out here, which will be a bad time if I get caught. This is not how I want to die. Some army boots and some herbal antibiotics, whatever it was. All the barbed wire in here is gone thanks to that exploding fuckaroo. Ate far too many donuts and drank far too much coffee, and apparently that's like dropping some Mentos into a bottle of Diet Coke. He just went kapow and he ruined my fucking day. Put one into you, explode some heads. How am I gonna get across here and okay, whatever. Just walk across the top of the barbed wire. That's fine. Get the job done. Back to safety. Now we just have to wait for the next screamer to show up. I'm sick of these cops coming into my bloody corridor. It's never a good time when they do. Okay, he's gone. I'm just sitting in this bunker. I'm doing nothing other than watching out for cops and letting her keep screaming. Eventually more screamers will show and this will get very, very crowded in there. But until then, I'm just gonna have to wait. Keep watch and wait for any Dunkin' Donut motherfuckers to come up here and try to vomit all over my wonderful stuff. No one appreciates it when you vomit on things, especially when your vomit's acidic as fuck like I can't hit him. I can't hit him. I can't hit him. No. Please. Did he die? I can't tell if he died. I think he did. Oh, that was bad. That almost ended very badly. I couldn't hit him past his friends taking bullets for him in front of him. It's the last cop. Can I kill him? Okay, he's dead. The frame rate is dying. It's down to 14. You can always tell when there's enough zombies down there to get the most experience because the game fucking dies having that many zombies down there. Oh boy, another 15,000 experience blow. That felt good. What are you doing? Can you not? Can you? Oh, wait there for 1 second. You can't jump over a set of hatches, which makes you look very, very foolish. Oh boy, that did give me the level up as well. What are we now? We're level 111. We're on our way. There's another pile of zombies. Oh god, no. I was about to fire a rocket too. If I get Shaquille O'Neal'd by a freaking Shaq zombie, spider zombie all over again, I'm gonna be pretty fucking upset. That's another 5,000. I may just have to settle for 5s, you know? Maybe I'm asking too much, only ever wanting 10s and 15s. Maybe I need to settle for anything rather than everything. Look at this asshole. He's upside down dead inside the killing corridor, so his legs catch the bullets that I'm trying to shoot. Look, I can't shoot her because his leg just catches that round every time. The man's got calf muscles the size of a freaking California red oak, and I can't put a 308 round through it. That's just ridiculous. That's just annoying. Okay, he's finally despawned. Close this door so no one sneaks in unexpectedly. Need some screamers to come back. I'm just picking off the last of the zombies. I'd really appreciate some more loud bitches to come and get the party cooking again. Oh, never, you know what? I was just saying that. There she is. What up, homie? You know what? I'm not going to shoot you. I was about to. I thought about it, but I need you for something. I'll come up with a better plan. Rather than having to deal with the cops always showing up and ruining my day, if I sit down here, then the cops have no line of sight to me, so they shouldn't, I say, vomit. They might still get fucked up a little bit in the corridor by zombies just like swinging and like, you know, having monster infighting, and that would be bad. They might still explode, but I'm willing to take that risk just to not have them actually try and shoot me with their vomit. We have a quick peek. Oh, yep, no, it's still building. Close the door, keep on waiting. All right, it's looking pretty intense down there. Time to like settle the crowd put one into there. Gonna have to reload and go again because I can, from the inside, that's another 20,000 experience. From inside the bunker, I can only hit the group, the zombies right at the front. I can't get it down into the midst of them like I can from the roof, but that's still worth it to me because it just feels better, you know. Like firing 2 rockets is still worth it to me without having to risk getting punched in the face by a cop. Let's throw some more Molotovs down there. Oh, then set myself on fire like I always do. In fact, can I sit in my little pool of safety over here while I'm still on fire? I'm in the water. There we go. Fuck. Can I just like throw one out the window from here? Nope, definitely can't. I'm on fire again. That was a bad decision. Bad Josh. It's about to be 4 a.m. and it's looking pretty crowded down the back there. This might be my best opportunity to get out of the way. Screamer right down the back there. That's another 8,000. Come on, keep them coming, keep them coming. Nice and easy. Single file, please, into the corridor. That's a total of 13,000 from that little bit. One more. There we go. That's about a $20,000 couple of rockets. 3 rockets, 20,000 XP. I will take that. I'm pretty close to the next level. In fact, there it is. There is the next level. Only got 3 points out of that. Not nearly as much as I was kind of hoping. And I've got a cop to deal with down there too. Quickly just take care of you. One shot right to the noggin is all it needs. Just cleaning up the dregs with a high-powered rifle. It's the best way to do it. All right, we're done. I think we're done. Let's go out there and have a look around. See what loot we got out of this one. I hear a hey, Vulture, how you doing? You coming to pick a fight with me? I certainly hope not. You probably shouldn't. He's dead. Let's drop down here. Oh, just like that. I don't know if there's any more screamers coming in. I really hope not. Bunch of useless ammo. What about you? Bunch of useless stuff. Oh, the loot from zombies it never justifies the means. You know, you go through all that, you use all that ammo. God, all my barbed wire is gone too. I need to get that sorted before the horde night. Maybe I can't do a screamer horde for the next night because I need to do some repairs pretty desperately. It's definitely seen some better days. That block especially is about to break, and that's about to break. If you lose the 1/8 block, then you lose 1/2 of the corridor. So you don't want to be doing that nonsense. You don't want to take that risk. You don't want it to start singing very angrily. Now, normally this is where I would probably end the episode, but given that I'm trying to build something in particular and I'm probably gonna have to skip tomorrow and come in just before the horde night, I want to get this done now while I'm still like in the zone for building. So I'm just copying that side, so it shouldn't be too complicated. I just got to spend the time to get it done. Probably gonna lose day 48, but that's okay. Some sacrifices have to be made for the greater good. The greater good. So even though not very long ago I was talking about how I was going to build this part out of wood, I've decided that would be a bad idea given that this is holding up a significant section of my runways. That's 3 across, so 1, 2, I need to build it on that one there, just like that. So I'm going to build it out of concrete instead because one stray like cop vomit or vulture vomit at some point is going to bring all this down. So I need this to be nice and strong, just like that. There we go, got a nice concrete arch across there. Yep, it's one below the runway as well, so I can build all this down again and go back up the top. Oh, there goes one frame, and build the rest of it. We're getting there. We're not too far away. It's just a matter of just putting all the blocks in place. I need double the amount of wet concrete arches as well, given that I'm building that out of concrete now, not wood. So I had the frames there for no reason. 40 more seconds to get those. Oh, did I build extras? I think I might build extras. So yeah, just up there is going to be all concrete, and then another archway all the way out there. Oh, I need another 4. Need another 4. Forgot about the aesthetics, guys. Hang on. So this is where it gets a little bit harder. On the other side, I just had like the ramp on the ground to guide me where I needed to build the next set of pylons, but I don't have that on this side, so I'm not sure where. I'm going to like just kind of go measure it, I suppose, which kind of sucks. I hate measuring. It just takes so long. I'd rather just wing it and hope for the best. But in this case, you need to make sure you get it right. So where am I? Wait, what do I actually measure from? I'll measure from the wall, I suppose, all the way across. That seems like the best option, but to do it, let's see, I've got 285. We'll see what we end up with at the end. That'll do me right there. Gee, it looks, I forgot how far away it looked last time. It looks a long way again this time, but you gotta trust the math, you know? Sometimes things don't look right, but you gotta trust that the math is right and just get the job done. It's definitely much easier the second time around doing this. You learn from the mistakes you made the first time, and you get it done so much quicker and so much easier when you're not faffing around trying to figure out how to build your scaffolding properly, and not like second guessing all of your calculations, thinking that you might have missed one number, you might have misunderstood something, you never know, you might be building all this for it to all collapse at the very last moment. But in this case, I mean, it still might collapse at any moment because I don't trust myself at all, but it seems to be working fine. Look at that, look at that. That's perfect. That is a perfect runway. Even if you miss the landing area and you come over here, not so bad. You can still do some easy repairs because it's just out of wood. That's so good. And then, like, yeah, if something's happening in Killing Corridor, you just come down here, clean it up. Whatever's happening, you can kill whoever's in there. You've got access to all of the base. Oh, this place is a fucking doozy. I loved this base already. Every time I start an episode of Hardcore Survival, I gush about how much I love this base. And now I've just improved it even more so. And that makes me a very happy boy. One last little thing, just like on the other side. Gotta make sure everything's nice and symmetrical. Right on the end, the nice little bumper, just in case you need some extra helping hands taking off into the sky. That's lovely. That's perfect. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I mean, it's a monstrosity. It's big. It's gigantic. But it doesn't look terrible. Maybe monstrosity is a bad word to use to describe it. Because it looks like it should. You know, it's functional. It has a reason. It should be relatively safe. I need to go down and make sure I reinforce those columns in a second. But, like, I mean, that's what you're going to need. You know, what else are you going to do? Like, park the gyrocopter out in the street out there and just hope to God no one shows up. Oh, that was a bad time. Oh, I don't have any bullets. I used all my 7.62s. This is where I needed my bow. Come on, sweetheart. You want to come upstairs? Come up into the corridor. I saw you wandering around. Thank God I saw you before you had a chance to summon in some bloody cops or something. Imagine if a cop showed up now and blew up my brand new runway. I would be furious. I decided to change the roof of this little bunker at the very last minute, the little conning tower roof, just to make it slope down a little bit, just to give it a little bit like extra sleekness, make it look like it fits in as part of the thing. It's like one big box on top of this nice like slanty roof up here, just doesn't really seem to fit in. So I'll put you all across there. I've got a couple little like final touches to put in just to make it a little bit nicer in here. Put like that in there. So when I come home with a big stash of loot, like one of these things can be for gas and the other one can be for loot and stuff like that. But little some supplies for the gyrocopter. I don't have to go all the way downstairs if I do need to refuel. But I also need to get these bad boys. I went by myself some extra spotlights. Got spotlights running over there, which do absolutely toss all. But I feel like I need some spotlights over here as well. I'm going to place that like that and place you like that. And then on the other side, I've got, I'll get rid of you guys for a second. I've got pillar 100. So let's see where the spotlight is 2 across from the edge of the runway. So there. That's where that needs to go. Oh. A little wandering horde is just cruising by outside. That's fine. Don't really care about that. I'm building stuff. That's more important. So it needs to be 3 high to match that. Yep, that's easy. 1, 2, and then 1 on top of here like that. And then I have nice, like, landing lights guiding me in down to the main kind of, like, load-in, load-out area. The last little final touch that I want to do is just on the very edge here, just like that, is to put on some little lips so I can get my burning barrels and place them on the sides. Those guys are directly above the wall. I'm also going to place them at an even distance directly above the wall on this side as well. Use the wall downstairs to make sure I know that this is all is fitting into my symmetricality laws. But that'll be perfect. You know, so when you're coming in to try and land your gyrocopter in the middle of the night, these will line the sides of the runways. I don't have like runway lights or landing lights or anything like that. So you can still see in the pitch dark of the dead of night, you can still see where you have to land your gyrocopter. This could all do with a lick of paint, but the structure itself is basically done. I just need to keep going up and placing some more barrels along the sides. I can't help myself. I have to do it. I always have to paint stuff. I've got plenty of paint and a paintbrush, so I may as well make this look as nice as I can. Although, what is it, like 6 wide, I think it is? Can I even make a stripe down the middle that is actually, like, in the middle of this thing? Where's my, that's the wrong button. Where's my bloody frames? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't. That's why you never build in evens, because it never works out in your favor. I'm going to have to go like a yellow stripe just down the middle like this. It's going to look a little bit weird, but you're just going to have to trust me that it's the best I can do. Because otherwise, the line's going to be off center. All you're going to do is come in and land on the line. Should I paint this all the way up? Maybe I should. Although, are they like it on runway or are they like spaced? I can't remember. Maybe I'll just paint it all the way up and I'll deal with it later. Make sure I don't forget to paint the front here as well. So when you're coming into land, you can see the line even on the lip. I should probably paint this like red or something to say like, you know, don't hit here. But if you need like a big red wall to tell you that's not a wall you should be hitting when you're flying a helicopter, then maybe paint isn't your real issue there. Maybe it's something to do with what's going on upstairs. And if that's the case, you really shouldn't be flying. But I did also kind of give up. I'm not going to paint all the way down because I feel like just like stopping it at the end of the concrete there is good enough. You know, like this is all kind of like the helicopter parking area. You don't need a line here. You shouldn't be landing down here. You're trying to land on the yellow on either side. But that has come up an absolute treat. I'm pretty bloody happy with that. Those concrete blocks have been upgraded, so they're still drying. That side looks an absolute treat. That is a good addition to my lovely base here. I need to wire up those lights as well, which I'll do a little bit later on. But that's good. That's done. The runway, the gyrocopter runway is built and ready to take whatever gyrocopter I want to throw at it. But to do that, I'm going to need a gyrocopter. But to celebrate the success of this build, I'm going to continue Josh's birthday bonanza and open another box. Because I just fucking love opening boxes. Actually, you know what? Before I open said box, I need my buddy Josh's birthday bonanza box opening hat. Lights on, fam. Here we fucking go. We have yet another Amazon box, which is always a good time. Lucky this helmet light actually works, so I can see the box even better. Just like in 7 days, I can see me smashing open zombie heads here and there wherever I go into a dark place. Now I can smash open boxes and still see all the lovely things that are inside. So while I open this, if you want to be involved in Josh's birthday bonanza, you still can be. All you have to do is send something to the P.O Box that I'll have listed in the description down below, and also on my YouTube channel, and also on Twitter and all of that. So you can send something there. You can attention it to Josh or JAWOODLE or whatever you feel like. It will get to me regardless. Straight across there, like that. Okay, and then I'll get it and I'll open it on camera, and everyone out there can see just how fucking awesome you are. So what have we got here? There's no name on the outside of the box. Let's get... Ooh! We're already looking good. If I just quickly like grab this and like show, it's already looking good because I could see some purple and now I can see a lot more purple. What is this? It's a Sherpa throw, but more importantly, it's a purple Sherpa throw. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. That's a great color purple too. There are good purples and there are bad purples. I can probably turn this off now. Now I've done my exploring inside the box. But yeah, there are good purples and there are bad purples. You don't want anything too pink, nothing too magenta. You want that rich, dark JAWOODLE purple. And that is what this is. That's wonderful. Oh, it's so coughed and snuggly too. Fuck having a pillow. Let's just use this. Rip open that one. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so good. Oh, yes. I need to find out who this is from. I need to find a note or something. Because this is going straight on my bed. I'm going to get so snuggly warm in this. It's going to be fucking awesome. I want to be more warm in this than a Suva at 4 AM on the way home from the pub. So this one came from Vex. So Vex, thank you very much for keeping me snuggly duggly warm. It is super cold in Melbourne right now because it's the fucking middle of winter right now. So it's like 8-10 degrees Celsius every day. And it sucks some serious donkey cock. I do not enjoy it whatsoever. I like being all snuggly warm, which I'm going to be in that blanket in roughly 20 seconds, right after I end this episode. So I'm gonna have to come back and continue my trek to get my gyrocopter in another episode, because this episode is done. So thank you guys for watching. Most of all, thank you to the patrons on Patreon who made this episode possible. If you liked it, make sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter if I don't talk to you there first. I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.